I drive a big Freightliner and I make a last payment today. And I drive to all points out of New York City to L.A. Well, the little woman smiles when I pack up to leave her. I'll soon be back, but I just got the fever. She's a believer. I got the Freightliner fever. There's a railroad running by the highway out in Santa Fe. And I passed an old freight train making his run the other day. Merle Haggard said to his fireman so pale, he's a-blowing this freight train off of the rail. He got the fever. Fever. He's got the Freightliner fever. Well, here said Red, what you carrying in that cigarette pack? I said I got my second driver and he's gonna drive all the way back. It's a big black pill so long and round. To a driver it's a West Coast turn around. It's for the fever. Fever. That old Freightliner fever. Well, I passed Dave Dudley up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I passed Dale Reeves down in Shreveport, Louisiana. Dick Curtis got a hung on a hill up in Maine. I pulled him on over with my 40-foot chain. He got the fever. Fever. He's got the Freightliner fever. I've been passing everything from a Jimmy to a Greyhound bus. I'm gonna spend a few days out on the West Coast to end my run. In old giddy up go and a little bit of luck, I'm gonna pass Red Simpson in his runaway truck. He's got the fever. Fever. He's got the Freightliner fever. Oh, well, clear said Red, what you carrying in that cigarette pack? I said I got my second driver and he's gonna drive all the way back. It's a big black pill so long and round. To a driver it's a West Coast turn around. It's for the fever. Fever. That old Freightliner fever. Oh, out on this road you pass a lot of them old country boys. I seen Carl Smith, Charlie Pride, Ernest Tubb, Bill Monroe, Conway Twitty, Waylon Jennings, see Dave Dudley, George Jones, Porter Wagner, Bill Anderson, Farron Young, Stonewall Jackson, Roy Acuff.
With raindrops on my windshield, teardrops on my steering wheel, this lonely truck's the only thing I own. In my heart I'm pining while her old engine's whining, with 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home. I had a gal in Texas, she walked away and left us. This old truck's all I'm depending on. Sometimes I overwork her, but I never would desert her. With 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home. We've got a lot in common, we keep each other going. Me and this old truck are hanging on. We just keep right on rolling, that lonesome stack a-blowing, with 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home. The latest model, and it can't take much throttle. Them shiny rigs ain't been where this one's gone. And we ain't in a hurry, we loaf along and worry, with 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home. There's raindrops on raindrops on my steering wheel. This lonely truck's the only thing I own. And in my heart I'm pining while her old engine's whining, with 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home. With 18 wheels a-humming, home sweet home.
Hello, I'm a truck. You've heard songs about truck drivers, many times their story told. How they pulled out of Pittsburgh for 6 days on the road, about that Feather River Canyon and a-climbing that old grapevine, that old roadhouse down in Texas, and the girls they left behind. You've heard their tales of daring, and I think that's just fine. But if you could spare a minute, well, I'd like to tell you mine. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory, and they have all the luck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. Well, there he sits in that cafe drinking coffee and telling lies. Probably telling them about that hill we topped in.